All right. Hello, everybody. A little late, but I don't normally stream on Thursdays. But we're gonna see what we can do with this eFoil today. This electric, the brain of the electric surfboard. Surfboard, surfboard. That's my Beyonce quote for the day. Let's get it. Wagwan people. Wagwan Wolfpack. How y'all doing? How y'all doing, man? Alright, so I know it's late. The stream's not gonna be long. Not gonna hold anybody up. I actually have to go into office tomorrow, so even though it's the off Friday, I'm still gonna go in. I got some stuff I gotta take care of. The goal for today is to get the eBox components transferred as much as possible. Make some progress on that. It's a bit involved. I think it'll still require me to desolder some things, and I'm still debating which way to go with that. I do think the new donor unit would be the better unit to use as like the main unit, and then just take parts from the one that got the liquid damage, if that makes sense. Because the amount of corrosion, it's a bit much, so it's gonna be a little bit of a pain, but no big deal. Nothing we can't work through. So still, my voice is recovering, by the way. I lost my voice last Saturday with some intense games of backyard in the pool volleyball. So bear with my voice. When I laugh, it goes out. So yeah, anyway, let's get this thing started. Let's switch on over to the overhead and see what we can get accomplished this evening. My neck is still a little bit off. It's still tweaked, which is annoying. We're just gonna work with it. I mean, it is what it is. Okay. So you know what? I'm gonna continue working on the OG unit and see about getting this these two cables off. These lower cables that go to this switch, this locking connector. This is what must supply power directly to the motor, because these are some like thick gauge wire. And look at that solder joint. I don't even know if I have enough heat to take that off, honestly. I don't know if my soldering iron has like enough thermal transfer to take something like that off. I might have a larger tip. We'll see. I have to like max that thing out to really get some heat on it to try to desolder that. But anyway, let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, I'm expecting this one to be like a chill stream, not very long, like I said, because I started much later than I initially wanted to. That's okay though. I will be streaming tomorrow, so more progress can be made there, as well as with some other repairs. So it's not the end of the world, but let's do it. Okay. So I think last time I was working on this board, here, let me put my gloves on. Last time I was working on this board, I was trying to separate the two halves, which I still think I'm going to need to do. Honestly, I wonder if I can just transfer. I can just transfer this upper section, because this is where most of the corrosion is. And I guess they cut it. I don't know who cut it on that other unit, the donor unit we received. But that's the only way to get these wires out, is you either cut it or you need to desolder from this end. Yeah, that's the only way. Alpha in the background. Hey, Dad. Glad to have you here, man. I see you decided to show up today, sir. Oh, man. Yeah, the corrosion is gnarly, man. Don't mess with salt water. Electronics and salt water do not go together. It's interesting that this has a USB-C port. This must be for when they're programming maybe an FPGA or accessing serial. Because, yeah. So it looks like I have a few more connections to desolder. And then I should be able to, like, lift this out. And I'm gonna try not to be destructive, but honestly, I don't think there's much hope for me reusing this unit, especially now that we got the donor unit in. So, all right, let's press on. All right. Okay, I see a connection that has a bunch of. You know what? I've been meaning to order flux. I need to do that before I run out completely. I think I've said that on like so many of the past streams already. Let me change the tip out on this guy. From my curved conical tip to my knife tip. So yeah, Dad, what have you been up to, man? You know what? Let me get some water for my sponge here for cleaning off my tip. My soldering tip. I'll be right back, guys. Be right back. Just need to get some water. Excuse me. Oh yeah, and I need to pick up that monitor. And then get that thing mounted and get another camera to get that second camera angle view. That would be so nice. Oh yeah, guys. So currently in the background, one major thing. So what are you working on? Looks very broken. Well, Dad, that is an acute observation. If it wasn't broken, it probably wouldn't be on my workbench. I'm messing. It's that electric surfboard control module. So the customer I've been working closely with, man, he's a really good customer. Like he's a customer that's willing to like work with you, and he sourced a donor. So I have a donor, and the donor's in better condition, but um, there's portions of it that are missing. So now what I'm doing is I'm trying to salvage the missing portions from this unit and get it over to him, or get it over to the new unit we got in, because that one looks to be in much better shape. It's completely dry on the inside, no water breached. Yeah, let me get some flux. Yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. I always enjoy working with customers. This feels more like a collaboration rather than just like, doing a job, which is cool, At the end of the day, this is an electronic repair business, but it's also, I guess I'm also a content creator too, as cringe as that may be to me, or as it would be to my past self, I guess. The thought of me being on social media back then was extremely foreign, and everybody knew. Everybody who knew me knew I didn't care for social media. But when you have a business, it's necessary. I mean, you got to be where the eyeballs are. So, anywho, no, it's just been really, really cool working with this customer. And he's not the only customer I have like this, but it's still cool. And customers are willing to fight for the repair just like you are. Okay, so those are ground pins. That's why they're taking so much heat. I thought this thing was done with. Well, sir, yeah. I don't know where you got that idea, but no. I'm not quite sure why you thought that. I guess because it's been a while since I worked on it or continued on this front, but the customer was trying to source a donor, or it was just going to have to be me reverse engineering components and trying to figure them out. Either way, that would take time, but I'm glad he was able to source one. This thing takes so much heat. He said, I do need to get involved with this one. Do I need to get involved with this one? I mean, if you want to. I don't think you need to, if you wanted to. My man is confident. I like that. This man is very confident in his abilities. I mean, rightfully so. He's got a good track record. That's funny. You are not on. Oh, snap. Yeah. Good point. Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out. I forgot I put the BRB screen on there. wasn't on there earlier. Alright, let's see if I can begin to separate these things. Okay, so that part wants to give. Okay. Okay, so we got a standoff that fell. Okay. We got some separation. Honestly, this would be enough for me to do what I need to. Apply some tension. Yeah, there's a few pins that just don't want to give right now. Where is everybody? Oh, in terms of in the chat, there's a few viewers on. But I think because it was so late night, and I don't normally stream on Thursdays, this is an impromptu stream, just to make some progress on this particular unit, or this project, because I didn't get around to it yesterday. So I didn't expect a lot of people to be here, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I guess technically I'm the Wolfpack's keeper, I guess. Alright, got that old RTV off. Alright, so I need to remove these connections, because these are what I need from this unit. And I think I'm good with just those pieces. So I need to find a way to dump enough heat onto these large connectors to remove them. Get that old RTV off. I gotta scrape it off. And that corrosion is gnarly. But yeah, Dad, what you have going on today? It's funny, someone was like, your dad needs to tell you something about my outfit. I thought that was funny. But you didn't see it. You weren't there. I was like, dang. He was like, WolfPackElectronics dad needs to tell this man to not wear a button-up dress shirt with basketball shorts and bright blue socks. That Chuck had me rolling. It was so funny. It was Juan, Obi-Juan. He is on the YouTube side. That guy's funny as heck, man. That junk had me dying. Yeah, I don't think I have enough thermal mass for this. I'm gonna have to get like a larger tip. Yeah, it's not even. That was me, man. Oh, you are here. Welcome on. Didn't expect you to be here on the Thursday stream. The off-schedule stream. From the darkest of sides, yeah. He had a point? Wow, Dad, you're gonna agree. I mean, I expected that. Yeah, it was a wacky outfit. You know what? No, because it probably is like an exact length. I don't want to shorten this. I don't have enough thermal mass to take this thing out. Like, my soldering irons do not generate enough heat for this. This solder joint is laughing at me right now. I wonder if I could use hot air, maybe. Sounds tacky. Yeah. Or wacky. It was Wacky Wednesday. I gotta be careful using hot air around these electrolytics. If you get those guys too hot, they will pop. Work out the hot blower. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing, Dad. We got the same idea there. Let me see if I can use hot air to get this thing out. I just needed to release. It might try to fling molten solder at me. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully it behaves. Heat it from the bottom. Let me see if that's a viable option. There's like a cooling plate on the bottom. I'm not sure if that's a viable option. What I can do is I can tape off the capacitors to try to make them a little less susceptible to heat. I think I might need to start getting those like silicone squares to put over certain components. To try to shield them. Maybe even like aluminum tape. My neck, man, it like hurts to turn, bro. I need to get that monitor. My neck is tweaked. I mean, I could try to. I'm like putting the hot air right on it. Yeah. If this is the easy side and it's gonna be this difficult, boy oh boy. I got my work cut out for me. Yeah. Let me see if I can find a way. I'm gonna lose my thermal mass, but that's okay. Let me see if I can use my Omni vise to hold it up. And then, that way that frees up my hand. When it comes to outfits, you're either relaxed or casual or blue collar style. But when the outfits got you looking confused, then I gotta step in as your boy and let you know. Thank you, Juan. I appreciate your contributions. You know, I gotta see if they make like a badge for the YouTube side. Because on Twitch I have like badges and stuff that I could assign to people. I gotta see if I could do that on the YouTube side. Or on the Twitch side I have that. I just don't know if this thing can generate enough heat. Jeez. Are we hooping or are we grabbing a drink at the Copacabana? Hey man, I'm dressed for any affair. You know what I mean? I'm dressed for any and all affairs all at once at the same time. It's a lifestyle, man. This thing just can't generate enough heat. I can't generate enough heat with the tools I have. Was the stool always there? My WWE security system. Oh no, the stool was always there, Juan. Alright, this is turning out to be a effort in futility. It's just not enough thermal mass for this situation here. Well, that's not good. I gotta figure out a solution. Oh, I wonder if I add low melt solder to it and mix it, if that'll help me out. So this solder melts at a very low temp. Let me see if I can add this to help. If I can bring the overall temperature of this blob down, then I can oh no, it's pulling off. This thing needs to stay put. Yes, this is the motherboard for the power circuit. So what supplies power to the actual motor that I guess propels you when you're in the water. Jeez. Oh, thanks, Juan. Appreciate that. I don't know, Juan, I don't know if you have Instagram at all. I know sometimes people don't overlap. They prefer one platform, but that's where I post most of my updates. I'm most active on Instagram currently, and I have another video of it more up close, and like the whole story behind how I built it, if you're interested. And even with this solder blob, it's almost like I need like it's like kind of cutting through slowly, very slowly. Oh jeez, I lost a blob onto the stinking silicone mat. Getting there. All the heat is getting dissipated by this stinking heat sink way over at where my wrist is. Because the heat sink's doing its job. I want to say I'm about, after all this time and effort, I want to say I'm about 50% of this thing, like, wanting to dislodge itself. Honestly, it might be better to just cut it, but real close, like way up here. Let's see if, and then just stripping it back and losing a little bit of length. Oh, jeez, I dropped another blob. Damsel Washington? Jeez, that's funny. Well, my bad, I'm not a professional Hollywood actor. Yeah, it was my first time doing a video like that, ever. So, that was pretty nifty. But yeah, that whole dramatic opening thing, it was a good idea. I did like that he did that, and he had the sound from Zelda play. This thing is maxed out. Oh my goodness, this is just inefficient. Okay, I might need to just find another option at this point. How many takes it took? I would say like some portions of it we were able to do in like one take. A lot of it actually was all one take. And there was more, he just ended up like snipping it up and reducing so that the video could be under a certain length. But it was all freestyle. There was no script, no nothing. There was a few takes, but it was all fun. Definitely hoping I can make it over to Southeast Game Exchange in Greenville, South Carolina. That's funny. Okay. Alright. Alright. I'm maxing out this thing. This is at its limit and it's still not enough. Okay. I mean, it's not that much length to lose, man. Yeah, I think I'm better off just cutting, because this is not a viable option. I will be right back with the big tools, because this is going to require some big tools. So I got to go to my garage and get the big tools. I'm going to leave the camera on that so I don't forget to switch it later. Alright, we got the big cutters. The big boy cutters. I'll try to be careful. I'll try to get as close to the joint as possible. Okay. Okay, we didn't lose a whole lot of length, so that's good. I mean, this is only going to help me take it off. I still got to put a new one on, you know? So I still have my work cut out for me. But this is more progress. Oh yeah. It's so cool when solder like melts on silicone because the silicone's like, meh, no problem. And then the solder just slides right off like it never happened. I didn't know Eddie Murphy was like a blooper fiend. I didn't realize that. Oh yeah, and I had an order from Mauser come in, which is really good. So I think there's a different repair I think I can make some more progress on. There's some thermal printers. Okay. Could have just done that from the very beginning. I did want to save all the length because I don't know how tight the tolerances are, but okay. This should allow me to remove it. Okay. Yeah, this heat sink plate is very hot. I guess that's how you purge the liquid. Okay. Nice. Alright, so now we can remove this side. And this side. So we can take this connector out. I'm not sure why it was cut, but alright, and I think, you know what, I should make a note. I guess I'll call this top, this one bottom. Yeah, the one with length is the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna label these real quick. Where's my tape? Oh, there you are. Guess I could just label one of them. There's only two. Can't mess up. There's only two. I'll put a B on it. What? It doesn't stick to it. That's crazy. That's cool. Ink doesn't stick to the insulation of these wires. That's interesting. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna need this for the new unit. Yeah, it's good that this is on this unit because I didn't see it on the other one. How do you disconnect this thing? Or is it just squeeze in? Do you push this back? If there's like a special tool they give you to take this out, because you can't just pull it out. Okay, we got that unit. Right here is the new, or the donor unit that's going to become the main. I mean, technically I could reuse this. So here's what the unit's supposed to look like without water breaching it. Very clean on the inside. But they cut these, and then there was some type of other issue with this unit. You know what? I gotta find the other red board. This board that I repaired. I wonder if it's in the case, in the like ruggedized case. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me see if I can figure out where the board I repaired, where I replaced the relays on it, is. Oh yeah, this is a PS5 that came in for repair, HDMI port repair. Okay, it's not in there. Alright, so it's not in here. This is for the printer. Oh, here it is. Okay. I put it in the bag with the relays. Alright, let's go back over to the overhead cam. A lot of bangers, much respect. Oh, thanks, man. It's cool that you saw that. Yeah, because you watched, you saw it in the video. That's cool. So apparently this thing just had an issue, but I don't know exactly what kind of issue it had. So here's the board from the original unit. That's nice to know they're the same exact rev. So they are 1 for 1. That's great. So basically I have a bunch of parts. That is extremely good to know. But this one, I replaced these relays on it. So it'd be cool to reuse this, or at least test it. Okay, so I'm gonna have to take this unit apart in order to replace these cables. But yeah, man, everything on this thing looks pretty good. I wonder if this company sells the gasket, this gasket, so we can just replace it. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and loosen these connections. I know this is a 14mm from last time, like when I took them off the unit I just had on the workbench. But yeah, Obi-Wan, what's your favorite video game collection? Is it GameCube? I'm assuming it's GameCube because of the questions yesterday, and then also you were watching GameCube Galaxy. So I'm gonna assume one of your favorite consoles, or one of your top 3 consoles, is probably the GameCube. Am I correct, sir? Would I be correct? Oh no, Juan must have went to the bathroom. You're somewhat correct. It's Sega Saturn, GameCube, Nintendo 64. In that order. Wow. He went for a niche one for his top 1. I'm assuming you had the Sega Saturn growing up, Juan. Like that, maybe that was your first console ever. Jeez, this thing's gonna be a pain. It's doing its job very well when I don't want it to right now. No, the N64 was my first. Interesting. So what notable games on the Sega Saturn should I be looking out for? Now you got me curious. I always slept on that console. Because, you know, it didn't really do too well, and it was before my time. Not gonna lie, Amazon branded coconut water actually slaps. It's like supposed to be on the natural side, less sugar. It's kind of nice. Alright, where's my phone? Oh, it's in my pocket. I recently got a Sega Saturn 2 years ago and instantly fell in love with it. Wow! That's kind of cool. Usually, people's favorite console is like, you know, whatever they're nostalgic for, right? So, whatever they grew up with. And take some reference images. We have red. This is yellow. This is green. Okay. Red, yellow, green. Let me take this out. Hey, it's Russ, man. Welcome. Welcome to the not scheduled Thursday stream. Appreciate you being here, Russ. Oh, snap. Look at that. Wolfpack asking how other Wolfpack members are doing. We're doing it. We're building the pack. Sorry, I had to say that in a cringe way. My bad. Nah, but that is part of the brand, man. Like, I want people to come together again. Have community and all that good stuff. Those are the good old times. Okay, so that connector. Yeah, man, build that community. Oh, yeah. I'm trying. I actually have a community Discord that's doing pretty good. It's pretty healthy. I'm going to try to be more active in it. And a community Reddit if you guys dabble in those. N64. Ooh, favorite. N64 was definitely like a top tier console for me. Banjo-Kazooie, banger. Mario Party 3. Wow, 3 in particular. Interesting. Banger, GoldenEye, WWF No Mercy. Excuse me. Yeah, those are all bangers. I didn't really play No Mercy. I think I had a different one. And fun fact, I'm not a huge GoldenEye fan. That's like one of the N64 like games everybody loves that I don't have, and I'm okay with that. One second. Oh no! Come on, why didn't the sneeze come, bro? That's disrespectful. Anyway. What's your normal stream schedule? Normal stream schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Conker's Bad Fur Day for me. I still have my N64 Jungle Green. Man, I have my Jungle Green N64 in that closet right there. I never played Conker. You know, I was a kid when that game was out, so it's not like my parents would have scooped that up for me for obvious reasons. But I always looked into it. I've watched multiple YouTube videos on that game, you know, like the poop monster and the flower and the bee scene and like the D-Day, the Matrix. Like I thought that was a cool concept for a video game. It's almost like an improv video game. Multiple stories in one. Excuse me. My neck is like getting worse all of a sudden. Like I can't turn it. It's frustrating. I think I might need to take an ibuprofen now. It's like, why is this happening? I guess I slept wrong at some point. Ooh, for GameCube, Juan said Mario Sunshine, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, Spawn, Armageddon. You know, that's a game on the list that I want to play, but just never got around to it. But it's interesting that you say Lord of the Rings. Usually movie-based games are whack. Like steaming piles of whack. Like hot whack. Story mode was great, but the multiplayer was dope too. Team Teddy Bear. Oh, and Conquer. Yeah, wasn't that like supposed to be the draw when they redid it for Xbox? Right? It was supposed to be like, oh, multiplayer is like so great. Oh man, I hate when this happens, when a standoff isn't really torqued. When you go to unscrew the screw that's screwed into the standoff, the whole standoff comes out. It's so annoying. Alright, whatever. Deal with this then. I'll just screw the standoff back in. The problem is it probably had Loctite, so you're telling me I was able to get the whole standoff with Loctite out before the screw wanted to come out. That's nice. You know what? Rare does a good job of making, like, back in the N64 era, their multiplayer was always good. Like Conquer, GoldenEye, even Donkey Kong 64's multiplayer. I remember playing that a lot with my cousins, because they're the ones who had the game. We didn't have it. We had other games, but it was fun to play that with them. I remember there's like a battle arena and you get the crystal and you get all big. That junk was so OP. In Donkey Kong 64. Oh man, my neck. What the heck? That junk hurts so much. I might have to go get this checked out for real. Not even. Wow. That's too small. I'm tripping. Just a sec. For good. It's expensive now. Sheesh. Buzz your girlfriend, Wolf. Buzz your girlfriend. Sega Saturn is the most slept on console, but for good. But for good reason, right? It's expensive now. Sheesh. Buzz your girlfriend, Wolf. What does that mean? Like, ask them to get it for me? Oh, Home Alone reference. Gotcha. My bad. I didn't pick up on the movie reference. What the heck? How's this bit too small and then the next bit up is too big? What is this, a 4? Oh, this must be 4.5. That's a 4 and this is a 5, so it's a 4.5. You gotta be kidding me. Who made that decision? Just make that oval shape. Quarter to 4mm? Oh, okay. It's just an adapter. You have the other sets. Well, I got a solution for that. Buzz your girlfriend, Wolf. Wait, which Home Alone is that from? feel like after 1 and 2, everybody stopped watching. Like, once it wasn't Macaulay Culkin, everybody was like, oop, check it out. First one? Okay, gotcha. So we have red. Green. Gotta make my reference marks. Do I stay on track? My Mario and Luigi colors. What's that one rare game on Sega Saturn? Is it like Panzer's Dragoon? What's that like very expensive RPG? And I feel like the Saturn had a good amount of RPGs. Who started to tune into Nutty Professor, lol, after Home Alone? Oh yeah, true. Dave Chappelle's actual first appearance in a movie was Nutty Professor. Was this 10mm? There we go. Reggie the comedian, that movie. Yeah, exactly. That's right, Reggie right there. Yep. Gosh, my neck. Oh boy. Why? Why? Guess I'm getting old. This is just what comes with the territory, I suppose. So we got that out, that out. Oh, I guess these are all like sense wires on it. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so this is red. And it's so nice to have Sharpies. But yeah, do you remember that game, Juan? Is it Panzer Dragoon? Is that one game that's like super rare and expensive on the Saturn? Or am I thinking of something else? No, it's not Legend of Dragoon. That's PlayStation. I think you'll know it. I think you'll know it. It's like super rare or expensive. I don't know about rare, but expensive. Well, I'm assuming it's rare if it's expensive, right? Supply and demand. Alright, so that's out. Oh my god. My neck. first time I saw a Sega Saturn was in the movie called First Kid with the Sin. Oh, First Kid with Sinbad. Oh yeah, I forgot about Sinbad. He's a good comedian, man. He was always clean. That's cool that they would have a Sega, because I feel like most movies back then just kept doing Nintendo products. No, Panzer Dragoon is not super rare. Oh, it's not? Dang. Then what the heck is that? There's like a game on the Saturn that's like that expensive. I can't remember now. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, let's see. We have a few more screws. We have 4 screws to take out, then we'll be able to take this board. But we need to remove these stinking hoses. Yeah, these hoses were a pain in the butt to get out last time. That's right. Okay. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Alright, we got the clamp free. Dragon Force. Okay, that's the one. That's the one. Thanks, Russ. Yeah, because I was like, I know there's a game that, like, every time, like, a collector or someone who's, like, really into the Saturn talks about, they bring up this game, and it's, like, super expensive. Okay. Game called Dark Saviors is pretty rare. Shoot, I've never even heard of it. That's how rare it is. And trust me, I am definitely in the gaming scene, as you probably saw in that video. Yes, Dragon Ball Force. Oh, it's Dragon Ball Force? It's a Dragon Ball game? Oh, Dragon Force. Okay, okay. I was about to say, like Akira Toriyama? Oh, wait, what am I doing? I need to remove the hoses first. Man, it's so cool having regulars like you guys, Vaughn and Russ. You guys pull up. That's kind of dope, not gonna lie. That's super cool. I gotta figure out what's going on with my neck too. I hate to keep bringing it up, but it's I've never. I know I slept on a bed that was pretty hard, like firm. Maybe that's what did it. Tweaked my neck. It's been pretty rough. I don't need to remove these. I just need to get these out. Alright, I think last time I did it, I had to use my flathead. That's right. Flathead bit. Try to get underneath. Dragon Ball Z Legends is a Saturn game. What? Never heard of that one either. I wonder what style of game that was. I like how strong that the hose is, the material. So, one, if I were to pick up Clockwork Knight 1 and 2 are a little expensive. Okay. I was gonna ask you one, if I were to pick up a Sega Saturn today, like the games that you would be like, bro, you gotta play that like right away. In your humble opinion, sir. expensive or not? Like, what are the games where it's like, yeah, you definitely gotta play that if you're gonna play on the Saturn at all? Nice. Man, the first time I tried to take those hoses out, I was fighting them. Now it's just like, meh. Once you figure out the strat, man, everything just falls into place. If I were, there's someone who was asking me about replacing the battery on their Saturn. I think it was Player One. It reminds me, I need to get in contact with him to try to schedule him in. It's crazy, like, I used to be only booked out a day or two at a time. Now I'm like booked out by weeks. It's crazy how much, like, there was such a demand in my local area for it. Because I don't even run Google ads or anything, and now I'm getting like several calls a day. So I'm trying to ramp up my infrastructure to try to accommodate, which is going to be the website, which will be help with the onboarding process. Because right now it's pretty much all manual by yours truly. Let's see, is there anything binding this? Okay, so we have this guy's gonna make it captive. And get these guys up. Yeah, that is very tight tolerance, which I guess it should be. Night into Dreams. Oh, nice. Yeah, I like Nights. They had a game on the Wii. And Metal Slug also. Bug 1 and Bug 2. Clockwork Knight 1 and 2. X-Men Children of the Atom. Is X-Men a beat 'em up? The X-Men game you're talking about? Children of the Atom? Is it like the beat 'em up style of X-Men games? I need to be relatively careful with this unit, because this is the one we're gonna try to get up and working. Can't do any non-destructive tactics. This thing's like stuck on there. Okay, nice. Yeah. No, I'm sorry, fighting style. Oh, okay. Like your Marvel vs. Capcom, your Street Fighters. That thing was threaded down. Boy. Sheesh. Yeah, exactly. Gotcha. Okay. I don't exactly know what the issue is with this unit. probe some things just to check for anything that stands out that's obvious. Alright, this is as much as I can take it out of the chassis, because that battery connection is soldered in. I mean, I could dislodge these pins. These are just Molex pins. They're easy to work with. But if I don't have to, okay. You know what, guys? 1 second. I'm gonna go grab a couple ibuprofen. I don't normally use or take anti-inflammatories like that, but it's a special occasion we got going on right now. Just something to get the inflammation down. It was good all day today. Wasn't until just recently. Okay. Time's it. Oh man, it's already been an hour and a half. Yeah, I wasn't planning, because this was a off-schedule stream. I wasn't gonna be streaming for very long, but long enough to make a dent in this project. Yeah, this thing is in remarkable shape. Alright, let's get the meter out and see if we can take some measurements. Whatever they use for that gasket sealer, it's pretty sticky, icky. You know, I do like beat 'em up games though. Like for example, like your Ninja Turtles, like the Ninja Turtle games on the NES onward. Shoot, even the modern ones, they're pretty good. Shoot, even the arcade ones, because we have an Arcade Monsters here, like fairly locally. Okay. Nice. Just want to do some checks. It's not like I have a schematic, but it's nice to just see if anything stands out to me. Because there's a reason this unit didn't work. I'm assuming they didn't just willfully cut off that one portion of it just for funsies. I'm hoping that whatever issue it had was in the upper section, not this lower section. Okay, let's get this gasket in there. It's like mushy. Interesting. Okay. Alright, let's get these wires removed. Sorry, I was away. I had to tell my son to hop off the PS5 and let the brother play Battlefront 2. Well, it's his bedtime anyway. 10-year-old thinking he's grown. Yeah, man. Do your fatherly duties. I understand. Kids these days, man. This thing's just spinning and spinning. Oh, yeah. Excuse me. Man, this board looks so good. Like, I'm not seeing any signs of damage. Corrosion or failed components or anything from what I can see. Obviously there's more components underneath this daughter card, but that shouldn't be a big concern. Okay, so right now what I want to do is I want to basically remove this wire. Okay, so that's the next step. You know what? I'm trying to think of how I can source enough heat into this thing, because I'm gonna have to tack on a new one, right? And if I don't have enough heat to take it off, I'm not gonna have enough heat to put one back on. And there's more thermal mass on this bit. What about this knife bit? I mean, that is a larger tip. Nice. Alright, let me try with that. Okay. I was hoping it'd be the right size. Favorite Sinbad movie? Dang. I would have to look at the titles because I was always so young when I watched them. But if I saw it, I would know. I think there was one where he was a genie. You know what? Let me look that up real quick. Just a little intermission. Give my neck a break a little bit. That ibuprofen kicks in soon. Alright. Let me see. Sinbad. The comedian. Who is? I think I've seen First Kid. It's the only one that I recall. He was in the Cosby Show. Oh, Shazam! Yep, that's one. Yep. House Guest, Shazam. Dang, I remember them now that you're saying it. But was made into Kazam with Shaq. Wait, they both released though? Because I remember watching Shazam. They just redid it with Shaq? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, wow. Talk about a bite. It's kind of disrespectful. Alright, I'm gonna try to see if this can source enough heat. It's taking the tip longer to get hot. Definitely more effective. Okay. I think this can be viable, especially paired with hot air. Good to know. What you breaking tonight? Hey, Bulletproof. Meteor Man. Yeah, I remember that movie. Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah. Working on that electric surfboard. The customer was able to find a donor unit, which is in far greater condition, or better condition. So I've been taking apart the donor unit in order to start doing part swaps. And then hopefully tomorrow I can start testing it. But I need an iron that can source more heat. That'll be cool. Ooh, fancy. Yeah. Should be fun. Any fortune and trivia tonight, Mr. Bulletproof? Second? Oh, okay, not bad. What's the prize? A tab or it's like a reduced amount tab, or is there only a prize for first? Okay, I think second. Also 20 in credit. Oh, okay, that's cool. You know what, guys? I might have to call it. I think I need to go put an ice pack on my neck or something. The Batman neck strikes again. Yeah, it's quite dreadful. Well, that's cool that you guys got second. That's a drink or two. That's awesome. Just got here. I know. I'm sorry. I don't know what's been going on. It's like there's like a pinched nerve in my neck or something, and it like kind of goes up. This is the first time I've ever dealt with anything like this, and it's quite annoying to say the least. But yeah, unscheduled Thursday stream. I think we made some progress, especially with regards to that eFoil. The next thing I'm gonna do is transfer those cables, and then I should be able to reassemble it, get in contact with the customer, really cool dude, and then we can test it. And he was actually open to doing like a video of just like him using it. I think that'll be cool for people to see like it in action, and like where it was to where it is now. I think that'll be really cool for everybody to see. Let's see, what other stuff's gonna be coming down the pipeline? Oh yeah, we have that USB-C port replacement for that water damaged Nintendo Switch. I have a bunch of controllers to work through, which this weekend is looking like the weekend to do that. And let's see, anything else to be excited for? Yeah, stay tuned. Still working on getting merch out. I've had some local people who see me wear the prototype shirt and they're interested, so that'd be cool. Website's coming. I gotta work on the requirements for that, so I can send that to the developer so we can collaborate on that. That's gonna be nice to get done. Oh my goodness. That'll help so much with the onboarding process, like I was mentioning earlier. Everything's manual right now. But alrighty guys, I thank you guys for tuning in for this brief stream, off-schedule stream. Since tomorrow's Friday, I will be streaming Friday. We need to plan your sign. Oh yeah, 99. Yeah, for sure. That'll be cool, bulletproof. Just to have it like right there, like an illuminated. Like, I can't point properly. An illuminated Wolfpack sign right there. That'd be cool. Catch you in the next one. Thanks for the stream. Of course, Russ. Thanks for being here. Bye, everybody. Till next time, which is tomorrow. I should be here tomorrow. Usually start between 7:30 8 on Friday. So I'll see you guys then. Peace, my guy. Get that neck right. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I need to sleep with like low elevation, high elevation. I'll figure it out. It'll sort itself out. Maybe I just have like an imbalance or weakness. Maybe I need to do some type of exercise or physical therapy, and it should be okay. But alright, everybody. See you in the next stream tomorrow. Peace.